Hello, welcome again on our channel, and today together with Durward we will talk about what if your technique does not work. I mean, we've made many videos about many different Aikido techniques, about the basic techniques, about the principles, about some other stuff. But you might say, okay, in a real situation when there is someone really strong attacking you and so on, most of the Aikido techniques might not work. So today we're gonna cover this a little bit and show you some ways of dealing with an attacker that doesn't really want to go where you want him to have, where you want to have him. Okay, so let's have a look at a few tricks.
Okay, so let's look at a few examples of what happens when you're trying to do a technique. Maybe the person you're working with isn't used to practicing in a more fluid way, or just simply has some resistances, or is even maybe actively trying to resist what you're doing, which can happen quite often. So let's take a look at just a few basic examples so that you get a clear idea of what we're doing here. We'll start with what we call katate dori, so just a simple hand grab, okay? And he's going to grab quite strong, and I'm going to do a simple movement where I just want to turn to the side. We do this kind of simple exercise where I do katate dori tai no henko. Okay, now just to show you what it looks like, normally I'm able to just turn, okay? And he keeps a good strong grab, but when he's resistive and he doesn't really want to flow with it, he doesn't know to do that maybe, then I can't really move. It's hard, okay? And I get really locked up here as well. And so I'm going to try to pull and push, which only reinforces his strength, okay? And reinforces what he's maybe trying to resist. So instead of doing that, one option is to relax into it. So instead of trying to do more, push-pull, okay, relax that need. Just relax it. Okay, when you relax it, obviously it doesn't mean that he's going to totally loosen up, but I loosen up, and I'm able to move a lot easier when I do that. Okay? And so he's the only one putting in that much effort. Okay? And then I need to move my body. Okay? But the tendency is to try and pull or push and make something happen with where it's being grabbed. Okay? Another option here too, and this is a bit more of a different kind of principle, okay, is filling up the attack. Okay, what I mean by that is instead of just trying to manipulate here, I fill up my arm as if it's full of water. Okay, and this is the extension exercise that we do sometimes in Aikido. And in that sense, then, when I fill up, then there's almost something much more difficult for him to control and grab onto. Okay, and that's a very different principle. Now, if you want to know more about that, write in the comments below, and maybe we can contact you and let you know. Okay. There's a couple of other ways that we can also kind of move out of a typical sort of locked situation. So let's take a look at, for example, maybe a munadori. Okay. So munadori, he's going to grab the lapel, he's going to grab towards the center of the body. Okay. And if he's blocking me and I can't do, let's say I'm going to try and turn this over to do a nikyo, and I'm trying, but he's resisting, and he maybe even actively resisting, and I can't do it. So yeah, there's lots of options here. If he's focused so much on this, there's lots of other things here. Now, do I want to get into just a hitting contest? No. But what that does is that loosens him up so that he realizes that this isn't the only thing that's going on. Right? There's also a presence between us that needs to be acknowledged. Okay? Now, one more thing here when we're doing this too, again, is if your technique doesn't work here, right? I'm trying to move and do a nikyo, and when he locks up and I can't do the nikyo, I'm like, why can't I do a nikyo? And the only thing I want to do right now is a nikyo. Why aren't you letting me do a nikyo? Right? So why do I need to do the nikyo? Of course, maybe I'm practicing nikyo, but one thing is to just practice something else. Okay? Practice being able to change. And that's a very important skill to develop in Aikido. Being able to feel how and where you can change. Okay? And we actually practice this in the dojo. We actually do this sometimes where we work with resistance with each other, and we feel where and how we can change into something else. Okay, so going back to a certain amount of creativity here, if my partner grabs me and I feel like I can't really do anything, I feel like I'm totally blocked, okay, then, I mean, I am free, right? I can move the body, and I can even connect with my partner. And now, one way to connect with your partner is to be creative with ATEMIs, right? And so, okay? All right, okay. Now, you want to do this in such a way where you respect each other, okay? And I practice ATEMI in a way that we look at how to be creative, okay? And how to capture the attention of our partner so that it relaxes them and opens up their attention rather than being locked into something resistive, okay? So if you want to learn more about this and maybe even some other more subtle, interesting principles where we can change and loosen up our partner, work with our partner, and being able to change, then write in the comments below and we can get to that. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.